So, I was going to start this video with my typical joke or song or something else, but I wanted to make this intro special. Christmas time at Disney World holds a special place in my heart. Some of my favorite trips to Disney World have been spent during the holidays, and honestly, I don't think I'd be doing this YouTube channel if it wasn't for my first Christmas vacation. As corny as it is to say, there really is something magical about Disney World during the holidays. Almost every time I go to Disney World, it's fun, stress relieving, and it makes me and my family grow closer together. So instead of having a fun and goofy little intro, I just wanted to tell Disney, thanks. Thanks for providing memories with me that will last forever. And to repay Disney, I would like to try my best to convince you all why I love Disney World during the holidays. And yes, while I still will be providing some things that I dislike about the holiday season, I want my audience to understand that I don't dislike Disney during the holiday season. I love it. Without further ado, I'm Cole, and welcome to our home. So first, I want to talk about the decorations and ambiance. This is one of the biggest factors that I think attributes to the entire holiday experience. And I think the first obvious example is of the lights on Cinderella's castle. At around 5 to 6, Cinderella's castle is lit up with Christmas lights, and I mean, just look at them. They're amazing to look at. This is honestly my favorite castle Disney's ever made. And it's not just the castle. Many other landmarks are changed in Disney World. The Hollywood Tower of Terror, Main Street, all of World Showcase. And it's not just the decorations, it's also the music and ambiance. I mean, Hollywood Boulevard is completely transformed at Christmas by the music alone. It's my favorite time of year to even visit Hollywood Studios as a whole. And the best part is, the festivity is not only found at the parks, but even at the resorts. The theming does great things for Disney World and is one of my favorite parts of the entire holiday experience. However, in the words of Rumpelstiltskin,
all magic comes with a price.
And that price at the holidays is expensive. Sometimes resorts can even be 30% more expensive than normal. And honestly, I think that's why many people are afraid to go to Disney World during the holidays. I think most people worry that the vacation might not be very good. I mean, my family had similar worries the first time we went. And while my family eventually did pay the expenses, I worry others might not and miss out on a great experience. And while I don't fault Disney for making the experience so pricey from a business standpoint, I do feel that certain things are a bit overpriced. For example, the Christmas party is super expensive. You pay around $100 a person to buy a fireworks show, some snacks, I think are kinda underwhelming, early access to a parade show, and some special character meet and greets. And if you are interested in those things, well, I would greatly recommend going to the Christmas party. But I don't care for those things, and I feel it's a waste of money. Not to be harsh on the Christmas party, but it's true. But to kind of move away from some harsh criticism, let's talk about another great thing at Disney World, which I think is kind of just being at Disney. Now I know what you're saying to yourself. But Cole, isn't that point more about being at Disney World as a whole and not specifically at the holidays? And while you would be right, you'd also be kinda wrong. Let me explain. So at Disney, you can go and eat food and ride rides with no responsibility to clean up any messes or worry about work at all. You don't really need to clean at the resort, cast members cater to your every whim, and the parks are cleaned up for you. Now, compare this to if you were instead to have a nice dinner with your family. You would either have to make the food or have a restaurant make it for you, someone will have to clean up the mess, and if you do order food, someone has to go and drive and get it. However, at Disney, you don't need to worry about any of this. Disney has bus drivers, they provide many places for you to go and eat, and they will clean up the mess for you. And to add to all this, you have an entire theme park to explore and rides to ride in. However, the worst part of the holidays at Disney World are definitely the crowds. I kind of touched on it earlier, but the crowds can get crazy. Magic Kingdom almost always reaches maximum capacity at Christmas Day. And when you reach maximum capacity, you're bound to have troubles in the parks. For example, last year, Disneyland had a power outage on Christmas Day, and it's speculated it was due to a maximum capacity being reached. Big crowds also mean you're doing a lot of standing in lines, and don't even get me started on crowded buses. If crowds are a big thing for you, I would avoid going to Christmas during the holiday, and maybe try and schedule another time of the year. However, what if I were to tell you all the negatives that I've said so far can be negated with one thing that they provide? One thing that can make all the negatives seem like almost nothing. And if you've been to Disney World during Christmas, you know what I'm about to talk about. And that, of course, is the weather. It's so cool and nice compared to the rest of the year. I love it. It's so... Okay, but for real. While the weather is nice, I think the magic that Disney provides is the best part of the entire experience. And I'm not talking about holiday magic or even the Disney magic. It's something I can't describe very well, but I'll try my best anyways. When we went on our first Christmas vacation to Disney World, I was having a great time. My family and I had many days of fun and excitement, but it was time to head home. So we got onto the bus and headed to the Orlando International Airport. And I was watching the television on the bus, and it came to the end of the video, and the Fab Five came out to wish everyone goodbye. And I don't know what it was, but I don't think I'll forget what they said. They said, "Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company." And my stomach felt like it was going to tie itself into knots. And I wondered, why? I had fun at Disney World, but I shouldn't be sad about leaving. I think it's because I felt like I was leaving my family. It's not that I was sad to leave Disney World, but I was sad I wasn't going to spend as much time with my family anymore. My family would have school and work to go back to, and they would not spend the same quality time together. Yeah, we may eat dinner together, but someone has to clean up the mess afterward. Yes, we may play games together, but it's only for part of the day. At Disney, we spend the entire time together. It's family magic. And while Disney didn't force us to hang out together, they gave us almost every option to spend time together. And that is why I love Disney World during the holidays. Thanks, Disney.